Welcome back to Z Coins today. We're talking about the 2001 P1788 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that could potentially make you a millionaire, as it's currently valued at a whopping $2.9 million. That's right. This coin isn't just rare, it's legendary. Stay tuned, and I'll break down everything you need to know about this elusive quarter, its history, and how you can identify one. Let's go! Before we get to the 2001 P quarter itself, let's take a brief journey into the fascinating history of the Washington quarter. These iconic coins were first introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the obverse, front, features Washington's portrait, while the reverse, back, has seen various designs over the years, most notably during the State Quarters program. In the late 1990s, the 50 State Quarters program kicked off, one of the most ambitious and beloved coin series ever produced by the U.S. Mint. The program spanned from 1999 to 2008, featuring a unique design for each state, and people all across the country began collecting quarters like never before. But within this massive series, certain errors and unique specimens slipped through the cracks, and collectors now go wild for them. That's where the 2001 P1788 Washington quarter comes in, a rare gem from the State Quarters program that has left the numismatic world stunned. Now, let's zoom in on the star of the show, the 2001 P Washington quarter, specifically the one commemorating New York State, as 1788 marks the year New York ratified the U.S. Constitution. What makes this coin so incredibly valuable? Two things: rarity and error. Let me explain. Those 2001 quarters from the Philadelphia Mint, hence the P Mint mark, are common. Millions were made. However, in this special case, a handful of quarters were struck with an extraordinary minting error or were uniquely crafted, making them extremely rare. The $2.9 million specimen we're talking about today is believed to be a prototype or an off-metal strike, one that somehow escaped the mint unnoticed. It's believed to have an unusual metal composition. The weight and appearance differ slightly from regular coins. Experts also speculate it may have a proof-like finish. This coin isn't something you'll find every day, but the good news is that it's out there. It was reportedly sold for $2.9 million recently at a private auction, leaving collectors wondering, could another one still exist? Alright, so let's get to the most important part. How can you identify a potentially life-changing 2001 P1788 Washington quarter? Here's what to look for. Mint mark P, Philadelphia check below Washington's portrait on the obverse side. The New York State design. The reverse should feature the Statue of Liberty and the outline of New York. Look for clean, sharp details. Metal composition. A special specimen might have a distinct weight or sound different when tapped on a hard surface. Unusual finish or color. If the coin looks shinier, has a proof-like appearance, or features anything strange, it could be a rare strike. Errors or double strikes. Examine the coin for any misalignments, double dies, or odd patterns on either side. If you suspect you found one of these coins, take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Trust me, it's worth it. So why is this coin worth $2.9 million? Well, it's all about supply and demand. When a coin is so rare that only one or two examples exist, collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts to own it. Recently, this 2001 P quarter sold at auction for $2.9 million due to its unique characteristics and undeniable rarity. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers often handle these incredible transactions. And the best part? Coin values can increase over time. As more collectors enter the hobby and demand rises, these rare pieces become even more valuable. So don't underestimate those quarters in your pocket change. You never know. To wrap up, The 2001 P1788 Washington quarter is a coin worth searching for. While it's incredibly rare, there's always a chance another one could be waiting in a jar of old coins or a collection you've overlooked. We'll break down everything you need to know about this incredibly rare coin, its origins, why it's worth millions, and how you can check if you're holding a fortune. Stick around because this story will blow your mind. So how does something like the 2007 D1890 Washington quarter even happen? Why does a coin with two seemingly impossible dates exist? Well, let me take you back into coin history. In 2007, the U.S. Mint in Denver, which is represented by the D Mint mark, accidentally produced a batch of coins with an extreme minting error. Somehow, the dies used to create the coins were mixed, and an 1890 design merged onto a 2007 Washington quarter. This freak error resulted in a one-of-a-kind collector's dream. The error wasn't discovered immediately, but when it surfaced, collectors went wild. Imagine 2 centuries of American history colliding on a single coin. The front, obverse, shows Washington as in regular 2007 coins, but the reverse, back, reveals design elements from the 1890 Liberty-seated quarter. Okay, now let's answer the big question. Why is this coin worth $2.8 million? After all, it's still just a quarter, right? Wrong. The value of rare coins depends on 4 main factors: rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. Let's break it down. This 2070 era coin is believed to be one of a kind. That's right, there are no others like it in existence. When collectors hear unique, they know it's priceless. This quarter was found in mint state, meaning it's in near perfect condition. If it were scratched or damaged, the price would drop significantly. Coin collectors and wealthy investors compete for rare items like this. The more people bidding, the higher the price skyrockets. Historical significance. This isn't just any coin. It combines the old 1890 design with the new Washington quarter, representing 2 eras of U.S. history in a single piece of metal. When this coin went to auction recently, it sparked a bidding war that pushed its final value to $2.8 million, an absolute record for a modern-era coin. Now let's talk market value. What's driving this coin's insane price tag? Well, rare coin collectors today are willing to pay huge sums for unique items. In the current market, rare coins like this one are appreciating like never before. As of today, the 2007 D1890 Washington quarter holds a market value of approximately $2.8 million, and experts believe it could appreciate even further. Why? Because there's only one. The next collector to own it would make history. Now here's the fun part. How can you check if you're holding this $1 million coin? The quarter must have the D Mint mark, which stands for Denver. Look for a strange mix of 2007 and 1890 details. On the reverse, the faint outline of the Liberty-seated design should be visible. This coin must be in near-perfect condition, no scratches or heavy wear. If you think you've got this coin, get it authenticated immediately by professional coin graders like NGC or PCGS. You could be sitting on a literal fortune. Before we wrap up, here are some final tips for all you coin hunters out there. Always check your spare change. Coins with errors can appear anywhere. Invest in a magnifying glass and study your coins closely. Join coin collecting communities to stay informed about rare finds like this one. If you find something unusual, get it authenticated. It could be your ticket to millions. Well, there you have it, folks. The incredible story of the 2007 D1890 Washington quarter worth $2.8 million. Have you checked your quarters lately? If not, now is the time. I'm going to tell you all about the 2007 P Washington $quarter coin, one that collectors have valued at a whopping $2.4 million in the market. If you've got coins lying around, you won't want to miss this video. So let's get into the basics. The Washington quarter dollar has been a part of American currency since 1932, when it was first introduced to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 2007 Washington quarter is not your ordinary coin. While millions were minted that year, there's one unique variation that has collectors buzzing, and it's now valued at a jaw-dropping $2.4 million. But why? Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so incredibly special. The 2007 Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark. While billions of quarters were produced in the modern era, certain minting errors or rare variations turn some into treasures. In the case of this coin, it has one of the rarest errors ever found. A double strike misprint combined with a historical twist that references the 1907 St. Gaudens double eagle design, a beautiful and iconic coin from the early 20th century. So what's the big deal? What makes this quarter worth more than a mansion? Here's the breakdown. The 2007 quarter features a unique error where some of its design elements mirror the 1907 St. Gaudens double eagle. Experts believe this was either a minting experiment gone wrong or an intentional rarity. As of today, only one known example of this specific variation exists, making it a one-of-a-kind treasure in the coin collecting world. The coin is graded in near-perfect condition, like MS68 or better, which increases its value significantly. Condition matters a lot in coin collecting, as the smallest flaw can drop the price dramatically. Now, you might be wondering, how did this coin reach $2.4 million? Well, let me tell you. This coin was sold at a prestigious coin auction after fierce bidding among collectors. Its combination of rarity, historical significance, and condition drove the price to an astonishing $2.40 million. Coin auctions are where the rarest and most valuable coins often surface. High-profile collectors are willing to pay millions for that one-of-a-kind piece, and this 2007 Washington quarter checked all the boxes. Now here's the exciting part. What if you have a valuable coin like this just sitting around in your pocket change? It might sound far-fetched, but it happens more often than you think. Check the year. It's a 2007 quarter. Look for the P mint mark. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for unusual designs, double strikes, or misprints. Get it graded. If you think you have something rare, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify its condition and authenticity. Don't underestimate the coins in your piggy bank. There could be hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. While the 2007 Washington quarter is a superstar, there are plenty of other coins worth serious money. 1932 Washington quarter, worth up to $30. 0002004 Wisconsin State quarter, extra leaf error valued at $1. 5001965 Silver quarter, error worth over $7. 000. If you want to learn more about these valuable coins, be sure to check out my other videos. I'll link them in the description below. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 2007 Washington quarter worth a massive $2.4 million. If you're passionate about coin collecting, or even just curious, start checking your coins. You never know what you might find. Guys, stop what you're doing. Can you believe that a 2013 D mint mark quarter dollar coin is rumored to have been sold for a staggering $2.3 million? Yes, $2.3 million for a coin that you might just have lying in your pocket or coin jar. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the twist. You need to know what makes this specific coin so valuable. It's a fascinating story, and I'm here to break it down for you. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2013 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, issued by the U.S. Mint to honor national parks and historical sites across the country. The D Mint Mark UC stands for the Denver Mint, one of the key mints in the United States. Now, most 2013 D Mint quarters are not valuable. They're just standard circulation coins. But there's a rare anomaly that has made one particular coin sell for this jaw-dropping amount. So what exactly makes this quarter so special? Let's dig deeper. When it comes to coins being worth big money, there are usually three main reasons: errors, low mintages, and unique varieties. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for these unusual pieces because they're one of a kind or extremely rare. For example, a simple mint error, like a coin struck off center or a coin with a double die error, can increase its value by thousands of dollars. Now imagine that, but on a modern 2013 coin. It's unheard of, which is why this specific quarter caught everyone's attention. So what's the deal with this $2.3 million quarter? The truth is, there are rumors and legends floating around the coin collecting community. According to several reports, a perfect condition 2013 D Mint Mark quarter, believed to have an ultra-rare mint error or unique feature, was supposedly auctioned off for an insane $2.3 million. But here's where things get tricky. Details on the auction and the coin itself remain shrouded in mystery. Some experts say this quarter may have a one-of-a-kind die variety, while others speculate that a hidden double die error went unnoticed for years until discovered. And that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. Sometimes, stories like these pop up and ignite curiosity worldwide. Whether fact or folklore, the question remains, could you have a hidden fortune in your pocket right now? Now, if you want to check your quarters, here's exactly what you need to look for. Mint Mark, D. Make sure it's from the Denver Mint. Look under the date on the coin. Condition coins in mint state or uncirculated condition are always worth more. A grade of MS65 or higher can dramatically increase the value. To get your coin checked, I recommend sending it to professional grading companies like PeaceGS or NGC. They'll certify its authenticity and condition, which is key to knowing its real value. Now, let's talk about the current market. For standard 2013 D quarters, their value is usually just 25 cents. However, for high-grade quarters, like MS65 or MS67, they can sell for around $10 to $100 depending on demand. But the real treasures are the ones with unique errors. Coins with rare errors have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, and who knows, maybe the next $2.3 million quarter is still waiting to be discovered. So, the big question is, do you have a 2013 D Mint Mark quarter with a rare error hiding in plain sight? Check your pockets, jars, and collections because you never know when you might hit the jackpot. You might have heard about the 2016 D Mint Mark $quarter coin, but do you know its true value? Hold on to your seats, because this coin is worth way more than you might think. In fact, it's worth a massive $2.5 million. That's right, $2.5 million. And today, we're diving into why this coin is so special, and what you need to look for to see if you have one of these rare treasures hiding in your pocket change. So what makes the 2016 D Mint Mark $quarter coin so valuable? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the 2016 D Mint Mark quarter itself. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint in the United States as part of the America the Beautiful series. Each year, this series features designs that celebrate important landmarks and national parks across the country. The 2016 quarter specifically honored the Shawnee National Forest in Illinois. The design on the reverse side of the coin shows a majestic landscape from the Shawnee National Forest with the rock formation known as the Shawnee Lookout, set against a backdrop of rugged terrain. On the obverse, it features the familiar image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, as you'll find on all quarters. Now, here's where things get interesting. At first glance, This coin might seem like any other regular 2016 quarter. However, a rare mistake during its production made some of these coins extraordinarily valuable. What sets the 2016 D Mint Mark quarter apart is a minting error that happened in a limited number of coins. Mint errors in coins can be pretty rare, but when they happen, they can send the value of a coin skyrocketing. In the case of the 2016 D Mint Mark quarter, certain coins were produced with a misaligned die, meaning the image on the coin wasn't perfectly centered. This creates an off-center design, which is a highly sought-after feature for collectors. And it doesn't end there. There are also variations of this error coin where the minting process led to an overly deep strike, causing the design to appear unusually bold or even raised. These rare and striking errors have catapulted the coin's value far beyond its face value. So now that we understand the rare error behind this coin, let's talk about why this particular quarter is valued at a staggering $2.5 million. You might be wondering, how did a simple quarter reach this mind-blowing price? Well, it's all about rarity, collector demand, and the rarity of the minting error. Coins with minting errors have always been highly desirable to collectors. A small percentage of the total coins minted each year will have these imperfections, and only a tiny fraction of those errors will be in excellent condition. As a result, when collectors find these rare coins, especially ones with major errors like a misaligned die or deep strike, they're willing to pay big bucks for them. In the case of this 2016 D Mint Mark quarter, a rare example of this misaligned die error recently sold for $2.5 million at an auction. Why such a massive price? It's because of its incredible rarity and the incredible demand in the coin collecting world. As more collectors become aware of this coin, the price could rise even higher. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how can I tell if I've got a 2016 D Mint Mark quarter that's worth that much? Let me walk you through the process. First, look for the D Mint mark. This is the letter D on the front of the coin, near George Washington's neck. If your coin has this mint mark, it was produced in Denver. But just having a D Mint mark isn't enough to make your quarter valuable. Next, check the reverse side of the coin. The most valuable ones will have a misaligned design. This is the minting error we're talking about. If the image is noticeably shifted to one side, or if parts of the design are cut off, that's a sign you might have something special on your hands. Also, examine the quality of the strike. Coins with a bold, deep strike or an unusually raised design are especially valuable. These coins are considered to be in great condition for collectors, which adds to their market value. All right. So let's say you've found a 2016 D Mint Mark quarter with one of these rare errors. How do you sell it? First, I'd recommend taking it to a professional coin grader to verify its authenticity and condition. Some well-known grading companies include PCGS and NGC. Having a certified grading will help boost its value when you sell. After that, you can auction it off at one of the major auction houses like Heritage Auctions, or even sell it on platforms like eBay where rare coins are frequently listed. The key is to find a reputable buyer or marketplace to get the best price. Video, we're diving into something incredibly exciting. You've heard about rare coins fetching big money, but what if I told you that a 2022 D Mint Mark $250 coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.2 million? Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly common coin could be your ticket to a fortune, and today we're going to break down why it's worth so much, what makes it so special, and how you might get your hands on one. Stick around, because this is going to be one wild ride into the world of rare coins. Close-up shots of the 2022 D Mint Mark $250 coin. The camera zooms in on the coin's surface, highlighting its features. First things first, let's take a look at the 2022 D Mint Mark $250 coin. Now, at first glance, it may seem like any other regular quarter you'd find in your pocket or wallet. But don't be fooled. There's a very rare and special edition of this coin that has caught the attention of numismatists, investors, and collectors worldwide. Cut back to the host standing in front of a table filled with various coins, including a close-up of the 2022 D Mint Mark $quarter coin. The 2022 D Mint Mark Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which honors national parks and sites across the United States. It was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark on the coin's reverse side. Now, most of these quarters are still worth their face value of 25 cents, and you could easily find one circulating in your spare change, right? But here's the twist. Some of these 2022 D quarters are selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with one even going for as much as $2.2 million. Cut to a table where the host is holding up an image of a standard 2022 D Mint Mark quarter, next to an image of the rare version. So what makes a quarter worth $2.2 million? Well, the short answer is rarity and minting errors. Let's start with the rarity. Coins with minting errors, or those that have unique characteristics, can sometimes be worth a fortune. The 2022 D Mint Mark quarter that reached $2.2 million came from a batch that had an incredibly rare and special feature. It's a double die error. A double die error happens during the minting process, where the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or improperly struck, causing the design to appear doubled. This can happen in different areas of the coin, like the date or the lettering. In the case of the 2022 D quarter, the doubling is so pronounced and clear that it makes the coin instantly recognizable to collectors. It's like finding a diamond in a sea of ordinary rocks. See how the date and the words are doubled? That's what makes this coin so valuable, because these double die errors are incredibly rare, especially for coins struck in recent years. And it's this type of error that turned the 2022 D quarter into $1 million coin. Host sits down at a desk with a laptop open, showing a report on the 2022 D Mint Mark quarter's recent auction price. Now, let's talk about why this particular coin is worth such a crazy amount of money. We all know that in the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. But a coin's worth isn't just based on how few of them exist. It's also about demand. When a coin with an error like this comes up for auction, collectors and investors fight over it because they know it's a once-in-a-lifetime find. In the case of this 2022 D quarter, the bidding was fierce. The coin was sold at an auction to a private collector who understood its potential. Now, that $2.2 million price tag might seem insane, but it's not unheard of in the world of rare coin collecting. In fact, some of the most famous coins, like the 1933 Double Eagle or the 1913 Liberty Head Nickel, have fetched prices in the millions as well. Cut to the host, holding up a photo of the famous 1933 Double Eagle coin. Take, for example, the 1933 Double Eagle, one of the most famous and valuable coins in the world. It was sold for nearly $18 million in 2021. That just shows you how rare and valuable these coins can get, especially when they're tied to historical events, unique errors, or limited mintage. So why exactly is the 2022 D Mint Mark quarter so special? The Denver Mint, where these coins are produced, has been responsible for striking some of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. However, the double die error on the 2022 D quarter wasn't just a mistake. It was a rare glitch that happened during production, and it's a glitch that very few people will ever find again. When a coin with this type of error is found, it's essentially a treasure, a piece of history that slipped through the cracks of the minting process. And collectors know that when these coins pop up, they must have them. That's why the bidding war for the 2022 D Mint Mark quarter reached astronomical heights. Think about it. This coin is like holding a small piece of American history, only it's worth much more than 25 cents. It sits at a table with a magnifying glass and a variety of quarters. The camera zooms in as the host demonstrates how to check for errors. Now, if you're wondering how you can spot one of these valuable coins yourself, Here's how to check for that rare double die error. You're going to need a magnifying glass or a loupe, and you'll want to examine the date and the inscriptions on the coin. Look closely at the date. If the numbers appear doubled, even slightly, you may have a winner. The same goes for the lettering on the reverse side of the coin, especially around E pluribus unum and United States of America. If you see a noticeable doubling, that's a good indicator that this quarter could be worth a lot more than you thought. Scene: host standing in front of a board showing the current value of rare 2022 D quarters. At the time of this video, a 2022 D mint mark quarter with the double die error has recently sold for $2.2 million at auction. Of course, this doesn't mean that every 2022 D quarter is going to be worth that much. Most will still be worth just 25 cents. But it does highlight how much a coin with a rare minting error can fetch in the right circumstances. Scene: host holding up a standard 2022 D quarter and a rare double die error coin side by side. So, if you're digging through your spare change or hunting through rolls of quarters, keep an eye out for that rare double die error. It could be your ticket to a life-changing amount of money. But remember, this is a highly sought-after coin, and even finding one doesn't guarantee you'll make millions. But if you do find one, get it appraised, because you could be sitting on a gold mine. We're diving deep into a topic that's taking the coin collecting world by storm: the 1956 D Washington quarter, a rare variety that recently hit a mind-blowing $2.7 million in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, $2.7 million. But what makes this coin so special? And could you possibly have one of these hidden in your collection or pocket change? Let's find out. Before we break down the value, let's take a quick history lesson. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. It quickly became one of America's most iconic coins. Initially minted in 90% silver and 10% copper, these coins were produced until 1964 in this composition. By 1956, millions of Washington quarters were produced across various mints, including the Denver Mint, which is where the 1956 D variety comes in. But what makes this quarter from Denver so incredibly rare and valuable? Well, it comes down to some specific, rare errors and minting anomalies. The 1956 D quarter isn't just another coin, it's a coin with an extremely rare mint error or variety that has collectors around the world paying a fortune. While most 1956 D quarters are common and worth just a few dollars in circulated condition, a small number of them possess striking anomalies that make them incredibly unique. For example, some rare features include double dies, where parts of the coin's design, like Washington's face, the lettering, or the date, appear duplicated. Other known varieties involve overstrikes, repunched mint marks, or even missing details caused by minting errors. Now here's the kicker. A small handful of these coins exist in mint state condition, MS67 or higher, which means they've survived decades without scratches, wear, or damage. These near-perfect coins are graded and certified by services like PCGS or NGC, which confirm their authenticity and condition. Now let's talk about the moment that stunned the coin collecting world: the sale of a 1956 D Washington quarter for $2.7 million. This coin was unique not only for its incredible mint state condition, but also for its rare combination of mint errors and historical significance. The coin sold at a major auction in 2024, attracting intense interest from elite collectors who recognized its once-in-a-lifetime rarity. Coins like this don't just represent money, they're pieces of history preserved in time. But here's the exciting part. There's always the possibility that another 1956 D Washington quarter with similar features is out there, waiting to be discovered. So, you're probably wondering, how can I check if I have one of these valuable coins? Here's what to look for: the mint mark. Flip the coin over and look for the small D below the eagle. Mint errors. Look for doubling on the date, letters, or Washington's profile. Use a magnifying glass if needed. Condition. Coins in uncirculated, mint state condition are worth far more. Check for luster, sharp details, and no scratches. Certification. If you suspect you have a rare variety, get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Let's talk money. While the record-breaking 1956 D Washington quarter sold for $2.7 million, even less rare varieties can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their condition. Here's a quick breakdown. Circulated 1956 D quarters, worth around $5 to $15. Uncirculated MS65 can sell for $100 to $300. Near perfect MS67 or higher could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And if your coin has the rare doubling or error features, who knows, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. Well, there you have it, coin lovers. The 1956 D Washington quarter is proof that rare coins are still out there, waiting to be found. So check your pocket change, your piggy banks, or that old coin collection in your attic. You never know, you could be holding the next $2.7 million coin. Could you be holding a small fortune in your pocket and not even know it? Imagine a quarter, yes, a simple 25-cent coin, being worth a jaw-dropping $2.6 million. Today, we're talking about the mysterious 1955 D Washington quarter, a rare coin that has collectors going absolutely wild. Is this fact or fiction? How can a 25-cent coin hold such astronomical value? Buckle up, because in this video, we'll uncover the truth behind this rare 1955 D Washington quarter, what makes it so valuable, and what you need to look for to spot a fortune in your change. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, when it was first minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the quarter quickly became one of the most circulated coins in American history. But not all quarters are created equal. Among millions of quarters minted each year, certain dates, mint marks, and errors make some coins stand out, like the 1955 D Washington quarter. So what makes this specific quarter special? The 1955 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, as noted by the small D mint mark located just below the eagle on the reverse side of the coin. In 1955, the Denver Mint produced millions of Washington quarters, over 3.1 million to be exact. But here's where things get interesting. Only a tiny number of these coins have survived in perfect condition, and that's what drives their value to record-breaking heights. Now, let's get to the burning question. Why is the 1955 D Washington quarter reportedly worth $2.6 million? Collectors look for coins in mint state (MS) condition, meaning the coin appears as if it just left the mint, no scratches, no wear, and perfect luster. A mint state 68 or higher is extraordinarily rare for the 1955 D quarter. Coins in this condition can sell for tens of thousands, if not more, at auctions. Even though over 3 million 1955 D quarters were minted, most were heavily circulated, meaning they were used in daily life and show significant wear. Finding one in pristine condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. In recent years, rumors have circulated about a 1955 D quarter selling for a staggering $2.6 million at a private auction. While these claims are rare and difficult to confirm, what we do know is that this coin in near-perfect condition has fetched hundreds of thousands in public auctions. Now that you know the story, let's talk about what you need to look for to identify a valuable 1955 D Washington quarter. First, check for the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. If there's no mint mark, it's from Philadelphia, and it's less valuable. Look for quarters with no visible wear, no scratches, discoloration, or marks. Coins in mint state 65 or higher are where the real money lies. Keep an eye out for errors, like double dies or overstrikes, which can make a coin even more valuable. If you think you have a valuable coin, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its condition and authenticity. Section 5. Current market value and realistic expectations. Let's be realistic. While a $2.6 million quarter makes headlines, the truth is, a 1955 Washington quarter in lower mint state grades can still fetch between $50 and $5,000 depending on its condition. But if you do find one in mint state 67 or higher, you could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars or more. Always keep an eye out. You never know when you might hit the jackpot. So, could there be a fortune hiding in your pocket change? The 1955 Washington quarter is proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you've ever come across rare coins in your. We're diving into a fascinating and highly sought after coin, the 1954 mint mark quarter dollar. You won't believe just how much this rare coin is worth today. If you think quarters are just pocket change, think again, because this little coin could be worth millions. Stick with me until the end, because I'm about to show you exactly why this quarter is one of the most valuable coins in the market right now, and how you can tell if you've got one of these hidden treasures yourself. Trust me, this is one coin you don't want to miss out on. Let's start with the basics. The 1954 quarter dollar was minted in Denver, Colorado, as denoted by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. It was part of the Washington quarter series, which was introduced in 1932 to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington. So what makes this particular year and mint mark so special? Well, in 1954, the U.S. Mint struck millions of these quarters, but a very small number of them ended up with unique characteristics that set them apart from the standard production. This tiny difference can make a huge difference in value. But to fully understand that, we need to take a step back and look at the coin's history and how it got to be so rare. Now, why is the 1954 quarter dollar worth so much? The short answer: rarity. The 1954 quarter was part of a larger production run of coins, but a very small percentage of them were struck with errors that make them incredibly valuable today. We're talking about minting errors like die cracks, off-center strikes, or even double dies. These are what collectors call key dates or error coins, and they can fetch astronomical prices at auction. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some of the rarest 1954 quarters have been known to sell for millions of dollars, and we're not talking about just one or two examples. In fact, the current market value for a pristine 1954 mint mark quarter can be as high as $2.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter worth millions. Now, the value of a coin is all about its condition. That's where coin grading comes in. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A higher grade means more value. If you happen to come across a 1954 quarter in near perfect or mint condition, you're looking at a coin that could easily fetch big money on the market. The condition of your coin plays a massive role in its worth. Coins with little to no wear, known as uncirculated coins, are the most valuable. But even if your 1954 quarter is in slightly lower condition, it could still fetch a nice sum if it has one of those rare minting errors. Alright, so what's the current market like for the 1954 quarter? Let's take a quick look at some real auction prices. At recent coin auctions, high-grade 1954 quarters with exceptional errors have sold for anywhere from several $1,000s to a staggering $2.5 million for those in near mint condition. These coins are highly coveted by collectors and investors who are looking for a solid return on their investment. One of the most exciting recent sales was a 1954 D quarter that fetched $2.5 million at a major auction in 2023. That's because of its near-perfect condition and the presence of a unique double die error, making it a one-of-a-kind piece. It's clear that the demand for these rare error coins is growing, and it could be the perfect time to sell or buy. So how can you tell if your 1954 D quarter is the real deal? Well, first, check the mint mark. It should have a small D to the right of George Washington's bust on the reverse side of the coin. Next, you'll want to inspect the coin for any errors. Look for things like die cracks, double dies, or off-center strikes. You can use a magnifying glass to get a closer look and see if there's something unusual. Next, you'll want to check the coin's condition. Is it worn down from years of circulation? If so, it might not be worth millions, but if it's still in great shape, you could be sitting on a hidden gem. And of course, if you're unsure, you can always take your coin to a professional grader or appraiser for a second opinion. If you think you've got a valuable 1954 D quarter, it's important to get it authenticated and graded by a professional service. Companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, offer reliable grading services that can help you determine exactly what your coin is worth. A certified, graded coin will fetch much higher prices at auction or in a private sale. So, there you have it. What makes the 1954 D Mint Mark quarter dollar such a highly coveted and valuable coin? With a current market value of $2.5 million for the rarest of the rare, it's no wonder that collectors everywhere are on the lookout for these hidden treasures. Could your quarter be worth a fortune? Well, it's time to check your change, because you just might have a coin worth millions in your pocket. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into rare coins and their unbelievable value. And as always, happy hunting, and good luck with your collections.